Good evening, everybody. Premiership reminder as Brisbane go full beast mode. Hawthorn don't just win, they stamp themselves in the top 4 conversation. Carlton keep rolling like a runaway train with 6 straight, while Collingwood quietly stuck their way back into the mix. Port Adelaide absolutely wrecked the Crows party in the Showdown shocker, and North Melbourne win. But let's be honest, it wasn't pretty against the struggling Bombers outfit. Then Fremantle go full lockdown mode again, smothered the Suns into just 3 goals in a statement that screams, top spot is ours. If you want it, come and take it. I'm Egi and welcome to TNT Footy. I'm joined here today with Todd. How are we today, Todd?
Yeah, good, mate. And yourself?
Very well, thank you.
No, I was a bit late. I thought you and Tuzzy would start the show and I'd jump in when I get home from work, but Tuzzy's a no-show.
Yeah, no, he's called in sick, so yeah. It's had more days off this month than we've had in the last 3 years.
I think he has this year, hasn't he? He's had a few shows off this year. He's flying along.
No, it's good. But if you haven't yet, make sure you're liking. Okay, you do it.
No, before we start, get stuck into it, don't forget the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and everything. Like, follow, subscribe down there. We're still trying to get to 600 subscribers to give away this jumper behind Egi. So get us as close as we can to that. On tonight's show, we've got round 16 review, Coach Linker's controversial curl. I think there's a little bit different with the viewer questions tonight. Sober 26. Who am I brought? Did we do Who Am I?
Yeah, we're doing Who Am I?
Yep, Who Am I brought to you by Egi tonight and MTS Electric and round 17 tips.
Beautiful. Let's get stuck into it. So way back on Thursday, we had Brisbane taking on Sydney. Brisbane sent a massive premiership warning shot, smashing second on the ladder Sydney by 43 points at the Gabba. The Lions' pressure was relentless, holding the competition's highest scoring attack to just 28 first half points in a dominant 126-83 win. Josh Dunkley set the tone while Will Ashcroft and Lachie Neale controlled the midfield while Cam Raine exploded with 3 goals. Chad Warner produced the goal of the year contender for Sydney, but this was Brisbane's night. The Premiers are charging back.
Yeah, they looked good, didn't they? Sydney looked a bit off, but they were in the hunt, Sydney. Like they weren't exactly off the mark. Brisbane just looked good.
Yes, they did. They looked really good. Yeah. It's going to be a cracking game this Thursday when it's a grand final rematch. That's for sure.
Grand final rematch. And Brisbane seem to do this every year. We write them off about mid-season and then they just go, hang on, we're still here. Give us a chance.
No, still here. Just go hammer and tongue. I'm 10 minutes late. I hope we haven't missed much. I said, you haven't missed anything at all. We just started.
That turtle, the show has just gone live. I was late and Tassie's a no-show.
But yeah, Brisbane, they're a dangerous force, especially making Sydney. Errol Goulden back in and Isaac Heaney's still playing. Chad Warner was still pretty good.
Yeah, Warner was good, and like Goulden in, he's going to be a bit off the pace for a little bit, but Swans were good. It's just Brisbane just looked miles better.
Yeah, they just had all the answers, and they just stopped their movement, be able to cut it off, and storm back down the other way.
Just in there, midfield, Ashcroft, Neale, and other Ashcroft, they were just dominating the clearances out of there. Isaac Heaney did well, but one-man show sort of thing.
Yeah, it was.
And do we have to be a bit concerned? Brody Grundy was off again. Is he just a little bit off the pace, or is he crook, or we don't know what's going on with him?
I'm not sure. Turtle says Sydney have one plan. It's run fast.
Run fast, which normally works, but Brisbane's full of young kids, so it didn't work on this occasion.
Yeah, they had the answers. Like they tried their handball game. Like they get pretty close to the forward line, but they're able to cut it off and Brisbane to bring it straight back again.
Yeah, Brisbane sort of didn't fall for it, did they? Because normally you fall for it by running forward, but Brisbane sort of held enough away, but still attacked close enough to psych them into going for that handball game. But
yeah,
they showed teams how to beat them, I think, this week.
100%. Then on Friday night, we had Hawthorn versus GWS, and Hawthorn passed another big test, holding off a brave injury hit GWS by 14 points to tighten its grip on the top 4. John Newcombe was unstoppable with 31 disposals and a massive 15 clearances, while Nick Watson lit up the first half with 3 goals before a hamstring scare. The Giants refused to quit despite losing Brent Daniels and Mac Gruzowski to injury, but the Hawks had all the answers in a gutsy 96-82 Friday night victory. It ended up being a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, same to me. I thought Hawthorn were just going to blow away with this, with all the young kids and all the injuries for GWS. But GWS felt well, and their second half of the season's actually looked okay considering all their injuries.
Yeah, like they're starting to get a few back in. I'm not sure how far away Tom Green's out for the season, isn't he?
He's done for the season. Yeah, he won't be back next year, which really hurts them in the inside. But yeah, Hawks. I mean, GWS pressure was good and put the pressure on the Hawks, and then just gave them a crack late, and then Hawthorn just sort of flexed when it was too late.
Yes, 100%. Tiger Times got Giants were up for the fight, and he's gutted about Max Gruzowski.
He done a knee, did he?
I'm pretty sure. Let's go back and have a look. Where did I have it? It was on the match report.
Yeah, I missed the injury. I didn't watch the game. Oliver was huge again. Callahan and Whitfield. Sorry, go.
No, you're right. Yeah, Gruski was the knee as well, and then Daniels was the calf.
Yeah. Will Day continues to be good on his return, and Hawks are just a different team with him in the middle. So
yeah,
a merit move, if they can make that happen next year, might be another one to put them even closer to that premiership. Tazzy, if you want to talk, mate, log in and get on the show.
Get on the show. The Hazzy Dean for Rising Star. Yes, I don't mind that. I think he was at $31 before the weekend, but I'm not sure what he's at now. A lot of people were talking about him a few weeks ago when he was at 54s. I think he come into 27s, went back out to 31s, and yeah, I'm not sure what he is now.
They are talking about it, but Dersma over in West, he's got to be the red hot favourite, doesn't he? You just can't.
Or even Jagger Smith.
Yeah, you see, it's not really a midfield medal of the rising star, but I think those two are just too far in front. Harry Dean started the season a bit late, and I'm pretty sure they get ranked on games, not on the one game they get nominated. It's for the whole season, so he might be starting the Brownlow chase or the rising star chase at mid-season. Might be a bit late. Then
moving on, talking to Carlton West Coast. Carlton's resurgence is the real deal. The Blues stormed to a 6th straight win under interim coach Josh Fraser, crushed on West Coast by 53 points to keep their wildcard charge rolling. Paddy Cripps starred with 31 disposals, 9 clearances and a goal, while Harry McKay and Taylor Byrne booted 3 majors each. Harley Reid battled hard for the Eagles, but Carlton's slick ball movement and relentless pressure proved far too much in a dominant 117-64 victory.
And who can stop these rolling Blues? How fucking bad would you feel if you're Voss?
Yeah, I know. especially now that he's in the media and he's commentating these games.
Yeah, and they're asking him why he's commentating, but you get the sack and then they just go on this tear. And I can't see. I'm not watching a heap of Carlton fan page, but Josh Fraser, they seem to no chance of getting this job. How is he no chance of getting this job? He's run 6-0, and you reckon he's got no hope in winning the job at the end of the year? Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. When they had they had someone on STN. I can't remember if it was the CEO or if it was someone else, like one of the other managers, and they said that they're not ruling him out, but they just wait until the end of the season. But, yeah.
Well, I think the big rule out from where I'm hearing is he said he wasn't ready, but he said he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. So maybe he might be ready by the end of the season.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't rule him out because he said he wasn't ready yet. He's loving his time there, I can imagine, because he's 6-0 and coaching's easy. But he's got a bit of a tougher draw coming up after next week, so we'll see how he goes.
Yeah. But then I did hear rumors that Justin Longmire is set to end his is out of contract at the end of this season, or is it in the next season? I can't remember now. But how good a Freo looking? You'd be asking that question, wouldn't you?
Longmire?
Yeah. I say he probably stays at Freo with their record at the moment. But what wouldn't you ask that question? If you want
I wouldn't think he'd be rising anywhere. I don't think he'd be going anywhere.
Well, he's out of contract those things, so
yeah, but I'm pretty sure if they win a flag this year, he gets 10-year extension.
Yeah, easy.
All right, then we got your mob, Collingwood, Richmond, which this was a bit of a. I'll let you do your spiel. Sorry.
Okay. So Collingwood kept its finals hopes alive with a convincing 34-point win over Richmond. Climbing back in the wildcard spots, Nick Dacos was sensational, finishing with 37 disposals, 3 goals and 14 score involvements. While Jordan Egi continued his hot streak, Lachie Schultz iced the game with 4 goals, including 3 in the final term. Tim Taranto fought hard with 4 majors for the Tigers, but the Magpies marched away with a crucial 106-72 victory.
Yeah, now this is going to sound bad, but they didn't look too impressive, but they did what they had to. They only had to win that game.
They did, yeah. But I think that's all they do every game. I'm getting worried because when we're playing like Hawthorn and we draw and we're losing to Sydney by 6, or we're losing to Freo by 6, like they're doing what they're getting done, but they just can't get over the top of teams. So
can't get over.
So when we verse the top 8, I'm a little bit worried.
A little bit worried, but Richmond seem to do that against clubs though. They sort of bring them down to their level for 3 quarters, and then you've just got to flex for a quarter to get in front of them. But
yeah,
Richmond were good.
Yeah, especially the first quarter was a fight, so it ended at 15-all, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they gave us a bit of fight in the first, and then Collingwood just sort of slowly draw it away. But I think we're still missing a key forward, and they're just lacking in that forward line still.
And to Goey's form of late, is that putting a little hinder on Nicky Dacos's Brownlow chance, or? Oh,
it might be, but I think maybe last game when Jordan De Goey might have been slightly better than Nick Dacos, he might have stole a point. But I think lately, I think some of the other games that he's definitely scoring above him.
I think Nick's been scoring, but then you've got like Houston, Joshy, Nick, De Goey, Pendlebury. They all seem to have good games every now and again, and I'm just like Boy again.
Like Pendlebury's an exact day game. Like he probably gets the 3 votes there.
Yeah. And I'm getting a bit worried again, and I've got a certain fan of the show in here that's going to cry robbery again if he doesn't win it. But I'm just getting a bit worried that his team's performing, and because they're not winning as many games as well. But you never know. Ablett won one in a losing side.
Yeah, but then I think there's like smokies like Harry Sheezel. Like I don't think anyone's stealing the votes on him.
No, well, you got Sheezel and LDU and Cherry. That's it. They're the 3 men. But Ruckman sort of don't score very well. And we've got Turtle on his prediction. He's got Nick currently 8 in front. So I can tell you that he's not where he is at the moment, 30. We can dream, but I just think he's I don't know. I hope he does win one because he's an excellent player. But
yeah,
and it's normally the way he sort of probably should have won last year against Rao, whereas Rao come back home late. So normally the year after is when they even it up a bit and they look for him a bit more.
Yeah. Taz's got Neil and King coming in next year will help the Plus. I really don't think Neil's coming to Collingwood.
Yeah,
I highly doubt he's coming to Collingwood.
It depends where it's family orientated. He's going west. Money orientated. He's going down here. Glory orientated. He's staying at Brisbane. There is 3 options.
They are 3 options, but yeah. Here we go. Turtle said that's not mine. That's SEN's though.
That's SEN's, but yeah, we know. But we've got the stats as well, and with the stats playing a huge part this year, as long as they don't have disposal efficiency, that should help Nick out a bit.
I think he's all right.
I think he's leading at the moment, but I don't think he's 8 clear.
Yeah. Taz has got it 23 age. Dacos has an extraordinary. I reckon Murphy Reed's hot on his tail at 19 years old to have a better 23-year-old.
And he's sort of he's a hybrid too, isn't he? So he's playing forward, so you get noticed a bit more because he's playing the forward midfield, and he's sort of dominating early in his career as well.
But but when you look at that Freo team, they're highly stacked. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on to the Showdown. The Showdown 60 delivered a massive upset as Port Adelaide stunned Adelaide by 26 points, crushing the Crows' top 4 hopes. Zach Butters went unstoppable with 37 disposals, 13 clearances, while Jason Horton-Francis dominated alongside him as the Powers demolished the midfield. Corey Durden and Mitch Georgiades kicked 3 goals each in a relentless team display. Darcy Fogarty fought hard with 5 goals for the Crows, but Port stormed home 97-71 in one of the shocks of the season. It was.
And let's be honest, it probably should have been worse. Like, bad kicking's bad football. They've kicked 13 goals, 19 against 11 goals, 5. So Adelaide's kicking kept them in them, but Port Adelaide should have been 10 goals up.
10 goals in front. Actually, in our tips last week, I said I'm tipping Adelaide just because of their form, but I would not be surprised if Port Adelaide go over the top. It's just the Showdown is just one of those games. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they stack on the ladder. It doesn't. And they looked good, Port Adelaide. I'm a bit scared next week because North's got them, but we've got them over here, I think, at Marvel. So I think that's slightly in your favour as long as Sherry plays.
But, North is 6-1 at Marvel this year.
Is that but they had 3 losses without Sherry when he got suspended that time, and then he got sick and then sick over the weekend, wasn't he? Or was he injured?
No, broken his jaw. He had a broken jaw. So, but to be honest, Cherry's, and I was talking to Turtle about this for the show, one of the show fans. He's been a bit ordinary lately anyway. They've been using a couple of kids through there. Trembath's been doing the centre rucks, and then they've been rolling Cherry in. So
Trembath's been sensational at forward.
North are playing Adelaide this time round. Oh, yeah, we might be in trouble over there. But Zach Butters, does he stay or does he leave? Egi?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Even on his comments, he goes, he didn't say that he loves the club. He said he loves the club and that. So he might stay, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But normally it's a bad sign when you haven't signed this late into the year. That if you haven't signed for the club you're playing this late in the year, they say all the time, we're just focusing on football. But how often do those blokes leave? When they wait to this late in the year, 9 times out of 10 they're out of the club. Yeah,
or it might even be they want to see how the team stacks up as well. So like they're happy they're happy to stay at Port Adelaide if they're making the 8 and they're just missing out on a prelim final. So like they know they're still in it, but then as they are now down in 14th or 15th position, but like he's probably like, nah, I really want to get out and get into a winning club.
Yeah, we'll get into a bit of winning culture too. And he's a talented player, and we hate when talented players leave clubs for the glory, but we understand why it happens.
What's this? Butters out 2027, Naz in 2028. Oh.
What do you reckon Naz is going over there? But I don't think Naz will go to Port. If he's going home, he's got to be Adelaide, doesn't it? You wouldn't leave St Kilda to go to Port.
Maybe you wouldn't. Then we're talking about your boys. North Melbourne is rolling. The Kangas grind out a 14-point win over in Essendon to claim their 3 straight victory for the first time since 2019 and move to 8 wins on the season. Harry Sheasel was electric with 43 disposals and relentless pressure, while Nick Barkley and the forward line finally made the most of their chances after a scrappy start. Sam Durham battled hard with the Bombers with 2 goals, but Essendon's season slump deepens with just one win from their last 28 games in a frustrating 79-65 defeat. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that bad.
This is another one of them. And as you said, while Nick Larkey in the foot, Nick Larkey didn't. He kicked 1 goal 5. So he used to be the best shot in the comp, and now he's starting to struggle. But again, North kicked 10 goals 19, much like Port Adelaide. Should have been 10 goals clear and cruising in the last, whereas they got a bit of a scare in the last.
Yes.
I think Durham's going to be a star. I think Sammy Durham from Seymour, I think he's going to be a huge star. He just needs a bit of help around the ball. It seems to be a one-man band in there at the moment.
And they're really missing Archie Roberts too, and as well as Nick Martin as well.
Yeah, those players help with a bit of silky skills off the halfback. And they did try a different game style. Now, I watched a lot of this game, obviously, because I'm North. But they tried the switch, but they looked for the switch at any option. So North could shut it down because they knew it was coming. The first option was switch, and they played on and went for it, even though they weren't supposed to go for it.
Yep.
Roos were quite wasteful in their forward 50 entries on the weekend. Yes, and terrible kicking at goal, terrible shots. And I think they had nearly double the inside 50s.
Yeah. But they got the job done. That's the main thing.
Got the job done. And as you said, Cheese will flying along. So I don't know how he'd be ranking at the Brownlow, but we've won 8 games, and I dare say he'd be 3, 2, or 1 in each of those.
Yeah, I dare say as well.
Yeah.
And then the last game of the round, we have Fremantle is absolutely flying. The Dockers extended their winning streak to 14 straight with the ruthless 51-point demolition of Gold Coast at Optus Stadium. Tightening their grip on a top spot. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. Michael Frederick lit up early with 4 goals, while Andrew Brayshaw and Luke Jackson dominated through the middle and up forward. Fremantle's pressure and a slick ball movement overwhelmed the struggling Suns outfit, who've never dropped 5 straight. The Dockers move 2 games clear on top of the ladder after an 80-29 statement win. Only 3 goals, but Luke Jackson has got to be the best ruckman in the comp at the moment.
I was about to say that. I said he's your all-stone ruck. I don't see anyone touching it. And they said he's a sneaky. I heard the commentators say he's a sneaky chance for Brownlow. And would he classify as a ruck? And they said, the midfields would claim him because he's a midfielder.
Oh.
So Freo's absolutely flying. Like, no one can get near him. Every time I watch a team play him, they just make him look like an under-12 side.
You just look at their team. They're stacked all over the place. Like they got Boss, Amos, and Tracy up forward. They got Brayshaw, Sarong, Luke Jackson in the middle with Murphy Reid up forward as well. We got Shai Bolton up forward. Comes through the middle as well.
And even their back line, they've got
Luke Ryan. Who else is there? The captain, Alex, something or other.
We've got a little statement here from Taz. Freo out in straight sets. I reckon he's talking more now when he's not on the show than he talks when he's on the show.
Well, I don't know about that. I reckon we're going pretty good for time without him on the show. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is true. But Freo absolutely flying, like 14 on the trot now. I don't see a team beating them. And to say they're going to go out in straight sets is actually, it's ridiculous because who's going to beat them?
Well, I don't know, but they are giving me signs of Adelaide last year. They dominated the competition. They won two clear. Like they are going to drop a game sooner or later before finals. I don't know who against or why, but maybe it's they're travelling over here to Sydney or something because they play Sydney again. I can't remember what the pictures.
Yeah, as Turtle said, maybe Geelong. No, I think they've played Sydney twice already, so I don't think they play Sydney again.
Yeah, and they played Geelong twice. So,
well, they played Geelong this week, don't they?
No, they played Geelong last week, was it? Or the week before? I'm sure that they beat Geelong because Geelong beat them at GMHBA Stadium for opening round. That's the only one they lost.
Yeah, gotcha. That's right. So who have they got this week then? Who's Turtle? Hawthorn on about? Where are they? Freo. Cannot find them. They're here somewhere.
Also,
they've got Giants over in Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Or in Canberra.
How good is Will Day? He is pretty good. You know more about him. He's in your super coach team.
I love Will Day. And me and Taz talk about him every year. Hawthorn's just a different side. They've got to keep him fit. And when he's in there, Hawthorn just look like a different side. They seem to add 4 or 5 goals with him running through that midfield. And he's like the Bontempelli type. He's a tall, can take an overhead mark, can go forward. They don't use him forward, but he can go forward. And just dominating through that midfield.
Yes, 100%.
We've got Brozza here with first full round of footy in 5 weeks. It is great. Scrap the buys.
It is scrap the buys.
Just a full week off in the middle. Just give everyone the same week off. We can all have a week off from footy and then get straight back into it because the buys are terrible.
I actually got that as a headline for our tips later, and I was like, buys are over.
Yeah, buys. Oh, you had it scheduled, penciled in?
I had it scheduled in. But now it's time for Moisty's Coach Linker's controversial call. You got anything planned up for today, or you going to get one on the run?
No, I've got one on the fly. I've been thinking about this one all week. But Controversial Call is proudly brought to you by Coach Linker. If you are a coach, want to be a coach, or a club looking for a coach, this platform is for you. Register your interest in the links below. It's been coming for a while, but I think we're nearly there. Tassie's told me we're close. It's in the final testing phase.
Yes.
Now I wanted to talk about Tassie this week. Yeah, they haven't got a stadium ready, which was the AFL's number one condition. They're not going to have a stadium ready till after 2030, 2032. I'm starting to think we scrap the Tassie. We're struggling. There's teams like Essendon, North Melbourne. Well, North Melbourne not so much anymore, but Essendon, Port Adelaide, West Coast, North Melbourne, all these teams at the bottom that are sort of losing gap from the rest. I don't think we need a 19th team. There's not enough talent in the league to justify a 19th team. I would nearly consider it if they had the stadium, because you could draw players there with this is the stadium. But at the moment, you're going to go play in front of 9,000 people down in Tassie, and it's not a very good stadium. There's no coverage. There's no wind. Well, I don't know if it's well. I've never been there, but assumed by the TV coverage, it's very windy. But I don't think we need a 19th team. I think Tassie's bowed out on their commitments to have the stadium, bowed out on the. Why Tassie was the controversial call. Sorry, Tassie got me with a comment there. But I don't think, Tassie team, I think we're struggling for players. It's like the Women's League. They've expanded too quick. I think in the AFL, we're struggling to have the quality of games that we used to have. There's like the Essendon, North Melbourne. No one wanted to watch that. If you were an Essendon supporter, North Melbourne, you watched that, that was about it. The Richmond, Collingwood, they're much the same. If you were a supporter of either teams, you watched that. But that was a bit of a scrap fest as well. And there was one more game. I think it was the Carlton West Coast game as well.
Yes,
that was a bit of a scrap as well. And the Freo Suns one. Sorry, you didn't want to watch that. If you weren't a fan of those teams, even if you were a fan of Gold Coast, you turned that one off. But
yeah,
I don't think we have I don't think we have the Stephen Brosner. Tassie will have stadium, but it will have no roof. So there's another commitment they've gone back on. But do you know when the stadium will be built, Brosner?
Well, they're not allowed to come into the competition until it is built, aren't they?
Well, that's what we originally heard, but now, it's okay, they can come in 2028. Stadium hasn't even made ground yet. Hasn't even broke ground on being built yet.
No.
So I think they're just about to break ground. So it's not going to be ready by 2028. I don't think we have the talent. Yeah, there you go, Brozza. But the first 5-year games will be split between Hobart and Launceston. So 5 years after they enter the competition, they're going to have a stadium. That's not all. I'm hearing that all the AFL presidents and coaches are arcing up about this, because that was the biggest concern. They have to build the stadium to come into the league. And now it's, no, they said they're going to build it, so it's fine. So what happens when they're in for 2 years and go, no, we can't afford it anymore? What's going to happen then?
Who knows?
But that's my one this week. It's a bit of a controversy.
They can't just kick it out, can they?
No, you can't now. Like, you've got to do it pre. So I reckon scrap Tassie, keep the competition, maybe move a different team down there in 5 years and see how we go.
Yeah.
Tassie's got Marvel, took 2.5 years to build. Yeah, exactly right. But Bros is saying 5 years. So they might not break ground till 2030. That's might have what we had. So it's going to be 2022, 2023 before that.
And they're probably going to get all the materials from the mainland as well. So
the ground is in process being cleared, but haven't got a builder yet. They haven't even got a contractor. I don't know. I reckon scrap it and revisit it in 2032 when they're ready to build the stadium. Or bring an AFL club down there like a St Kilda or North Melbourne, one of those clubs.
Beautiful.
That's it. That's me minute today. Just a bit of a blow on Tassie. All right, so now it's my favourite thing, the viewer question. We've got a bit of a mix-up here.
We do. So no viewers' questions were sent in this week, so I thought I would highlight a post that got a bit of traction over the weekend. So I'll get that up now while we're waiting. So we got this one. We had compared the pair. A lot of talk about Nick Dacos' efficiency lately. A lot of talk against Richmond while Butters played Adelaide. Let's compare the pair. So we got 154,000 views on this, and I think there's about 700 comments. But yeah, so I want to hear your thoughts on Nick Dacos. There's the stats that we got put up on the socials, and I'm going to get these ones up now. So we're looking at compare the player. We got Nick Dacos, midfielder, both 23, 25. But Butters has got probably about 50 more games under his belt. But their fantasy points 104 to 83. Their rating points, Zach Butters is on top with close to 600, where it's 575. The goals, Nick's averaging more disposals, and averages 7 more disposals. He's averaging around the same marks, just slightly less tackles, but he's getting at least one more clearance a game. And there's the kicks and the handballs, but obviously that's going to be a bit different with the disposals. I want to hear your thoughts on the two.
No, as I said, I do rate Nicky Dacos. I do think he's winning the Brownlow. I do think his run's been gone at times this year, and that's why remember that 3 or 4 week patch where he looked to be injured?
Yes,
since then, he's been absolutely explosive. Butters is good too. I can see why everyone's, but I think he might have checked out of Port a bit too. But I'd have Nicky in front of Butters, but they're both electric players and both elite players. Like, you'd be happy to have any of them in your club and raring to go.
100%. But yeah, I think we're going to do that on a bit of a weekly now. We're going to compare two players. It's not always going to be Nick Dacos. If they're being turtle, love them so much.
No, I did hear not Tassie. I did see Turtle ready to go with another Nicky, and we said maybe compare him to a different player. Maybe get a couple of bit of variances up there. We can't compare everyone to Nick Dacos, even though he is goated and he is one of the best footballers we've seen. But we'll just mix it up a bit.
Taz is like, scrap wildcard while we're at it. You want to do that? I think that's Carlton's only chance of making finals if there's a wildcard.
No, that's it. It's North's only chance this year, so we'll scrap it next year, mate. We've got Turtle, yeah. Degoe has stepped up, which is making Mick more dangerous. And I think that's where his slump come too. The club had a bit of a slump. So if he's not attacking the forward 50 and attacking into open players, it's a bit hard. But yeah, Butters did play off the half back, I think, a bit too, didn't he?
Yeah. And it does say that there are different players. We're next to one where Zach Butters is the one in there picking up the ball and getting the ball out to like a Rosie, but obviously Rosie's injured, or a Jones or whatever. Whereas Nick Dacos is the one that's sort of receiving that ball. He's not the one getting in and only getting that ball. He's the one distributing it around the ground. He's
the silky, and he's not taking the contested mark overhead like Butters does and those sort of players around the ground.
No, but it's definitely a force up forward when he goes forward. And it turns
just put this co-show host we've got the seagull. He reckons he's a bit of a seagull.
As they go
more of an attack on turtle than an actual thing.
No, all the haters. I've seen it a lot for those comments. It's calling him a seagull. Just picking up the easy chips.
Well, it's the same as you've got to have those players in your club, though. They're the distributors, like Daniels and Sheasel for North. You've got Bulldogs. You've got Dale off the halfback. Bon will get his own ball, but he's Sanders is theirs. I think he gets a lot of cheap touches, but that's his role to get the ball from inside to out. Whereas Dacos moves, he attacks the 50 a bit more. So he's a bit more attacking with his ball movement, but he's the electric, quick, get in there play. Same as Butters. Butters plays the same role. It's just he's a bit more contested as well.
Yeah, 100%. And Bross has pretty much said the same thing there. Almost. Beautiful. All right, moving on with Sober 26. We've only raised $101 so far. So I think Taz put out a post today as well. So if you want to donate, please donate to that. Donate before June 30th so you can claim it back on your upcoming tax return. Yes, good.
Yeah, get some money back on the tax. Wouldn't hurt.
Yes, I'll get the link up now as well.
So we've still got the Sober singlets, the shirts, the hoodies still available. Everything, $10 from each of them will be donated to the Black Dog Institute. And if you want to donate straight to the Black Dog, the link is there as well. We are trying to get you to dye your hair, Egi, but I think we're going to fall a few short of that. Yes.
We're not going to get to 1K, but we've still got a few months to go.
We've still got a few months.
And get a late charge.
Yeah, late charge. And I think we are calling it at the end of the season too, aren't we, Egi?
Oh, are you?
I think me and Taz have decided that. Well, Taz has already had one. He's still got to donate because he already had a cheeky one. I'm struggling now. Work's too busy. It's killing me. I need one. So
sober 3/4 26, is it?
Well, I said to Tazzy, let's just do the footy season. He's we'll do the whole year. I said, I'm not going to make it. It's too hard.
He said, Todd's pointing the wrong way because of the thing up there. but because it's always because it's up that side. But I don't know why it's always opposite. It's always opposite.
Opposite. Taz has gone. Yep, grand final day. Maybe before. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for grand final day.
He's going to donate $500 each, so he gets that 1K, and I'll dye my hair on grand final.
On grand final.
That way you can drink. All right, now it's time for.
Who am I? You want me to take over? We've got MTS Electric, your only stop for electrical installations and solutions, from domestic to commercial and industrial door-to-door automation. Nathan's got you sorted. Located in Melbourne, call him on the number below or check out his socials in the link below. Just a quick reminder, $300 in prizes to the winner, made up of $250 in gift cards, $50 in merch.
Beautiful. And before we get into it, here's an update of the scores. We've got Zoe on 6, Prosser on 4, Tiger Time and Turtle on 3, George Speech on 2, Dean Dixon, Jamar, and Michael Craig on 1. So
Tazzy, you can enter, mate, but you're going to have to give your points to someone else, because I'm pretty sure you created the Who Am I? All right, clue number 1. I won the Rising Star in my debut season. Clue number 2. I played across 2 clubs in a very successful career.
I guess it's coming through in just yet. Nothing over on Insta either.
It's not Jaden Stevenson. He did not have a very successful career. I have 4 premierships and 3 All-Australians to my name.
Definitely not Jaden
Buckley
Stevenson.
Turtle. Good guess, though.
You might get it, Turtle. It's this week. There's no Zoe in chat.
No Zoe, no Brozza going. I'm a Brownlow medalist who was elite on both sides of my body. It is not Luke Hodge, boys.
But you're very close there. Oh, there it is.
Turtle, Sammy Mitchell. Correct. I didn't know he played for 2 clubs. Who else did he play for?
He went to West Coast for the last year before he started helping coach.
Before he coached. Did he play a game over there?
Yeah, he played 22.
Clue 5. If you haven't got it right by now, you must have Mitchelled.
You must have Mitchelled, like missed a few clues.
Oh, Mitchelled a few clubs. I thought I said clubs at the end. I'm like, what the hell? What is he talking about? Must have Mitchelled a few clubs. So we've got Turtle with Sammy Mitchell. Congratulations from the Hawthorn Hawks.
So Turtle and Brosser are now on 4 points. And we've got Tiger Time on 3. Let me just update the score sheet.
But it's coming down to the wire. Zoe misses any more shows, she might get run over the top.
Brosser and Turtle hold on the trail now.
Yeah, we've only got, 6, 7, 8? Oh, no, it's still 10 more shows, don't worry. We've got plenty of time. We can have someone come in and win it from now.
Yeah, he said, West Coast. I think it was 2017. So, and then he ended up assistant coaching 2018. But if he just stayed that one more season, he could have got another premiership.
Yeah, I was just about to say when I was reading him, did he play for 2 clubs? But better hold me tongue there. But I didn't know he played for West Coast. So I didn't think he got a game over there. But
no, he did. He had 22 games over there in 2017.
Oh, yeah, so he played the whole season.
Yeah, yep. All right, moving on. Tips. So we got Geelong versus Brisbane on Thursday night.
And just to reiterate, no more buys. We're fucking full round.
No more buys. and Taz, be sure to share your tips in the chat too, because you haven't shared them on the sheet.
I was on Geelong, but I'm on Brisbane now. They are on fire.
Yeah, I'm on Geelong, but I'm still on the fence. I think Geelong. Especially if Bailey Smith plays, I'm going to stick with Geelong.
Oh, Smith is back too. No, I'm going to stick with Brisbane.
Okay. Then we got Sydney versus the Dogs on Friday night up in Sydney.
Oh, I'm going Sydney, but I'm a bit reluctant because of last week. But
yeah, I went Sydney too. And then we also on Friday night we got West Coast versus Adelaide. which I think Adelaide should come out of the boxes firing for this one.
Yeah, you'd think they go 2 Friday night games. They've done it to us again. Adelaide for me too.
Yep. Then we got two Saturday games. One's at 1:15 and one's at 1:35. The first one is Hawthorn versus Melbourne, where I got the Hawks.
Yeah, I've got the Hawks too. Yeah.
And then GWS versus Freo at 1:35, and that's in Canberra. But I think Freo will beat GWS there.
Yeah, I've got Freo too. Now, why don't we have a Sunday night game? We've got 2 clubs there playing in matched up games where we could have a Sunday night game. It confuses me.
And then we got like we got 2 overlap ones on a Sunday as well. We got Sunday at 3:00. But yeah, well, first we'll go Sunday after twilight. Collingwood got the twilight game again, where they're playing Gold Coast up at the Gold Coast. But I'm going to go the Pies to beat the Gold Coast. And Gold Coast have 6 straight losses.
They've got to turn it around some point, and I think they're going to do it up there at home.
I am worried about this game, but I do think Gold Coast might get up, but I'm hoping Collingwood come up for the fight.
This is nearly a wild card round too, because they're both in that hunt. That if they both got this game, they might be out of the wild card hunt.
And I wouldn't be surprised if because it's a travelling game that Pendlebury won't be playing. He'll stay home for that one.
Yeah, rest a few.
Yeah, rest of you. And then Saturday night we've got Richmond versus Carlton, which I think Carlton get the win there.
Well, they can't. I went against them last week thinking West Coast would show a bit, and they didn't. So I'm on Carlton too. The train continues.
It does continue. Giddy up, I say. And then Essendon versus St Kilda at 3:15 on Sunday Arvo, which will probably be a little bit Marvel. I got St Kilda, obviously.
I got St Kilda too. I don't think they can. Yeah, I don't think they can lose.
And then at 4:40 Sunday afternoon, we've got Port Adelaide versus North Melbourne, which would be roughly an hour after, so they're overlapping again.
Again.
I got North Melbourne. So, yeah, it's three games.
I've got North Melbourne. So we've got 3 double headers.
Yep, three double headers practically.
At the same time. So
yeah,
we're not going to be able to watch this whole week of football. You're going to have to pick and choose games if you want to. I can't believe this is the first full week of footy we get, and they've done this to us.
Yeah, but I do find on a Sunday morning now I can put on Fox Footy and it'll play the day before games and that, so you can sort of have a bit of a sniff in the Sunday morning.
Yeah. We can have the Essendon St Kilda is going to be a bit of a scrap, so you could have that one at 1:00. You got the 4:40, and then bring the Freo or the West Coast to Sunday night.
Yep. Yeah, I reckon the West Coast for sure on the Sunday nights has been good, but yeah, I'm not sure why they're having it that way.
Yeah, I don't know why they chopped. We had some early, so they mustn't have got the ratings, and they've decided no Sunday nights. But I think they would, because there's nothing else to do on a Sunday night.
Is it also Socceroos 4 a.m. on a Sunday? Damn, I thought it was on a Friday. Not bad.
No, it is a Saturday. Yeah, I said to Taz I'd come up, but he's busy, so I'll be up watching the Socceroos at 4 a.m. taking on Iran.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get the wake-up call this week. It's not my daughter's birthday this week.
It depends if I go to bed. I might have to do an all-nighter and just stay awake and go to bed at 6 a.m. when they finish.
Yeah. That's when those beers came in handy, yeah?
Oh, Egypt, not Iran. Sorry, Turtle. I'm not fucking that up. We're a bit easier. But then if we win that game, it's straight into Argentina. So we've got a bit of a tough draw.
It does. It is a tough draw. But it just goes to show when we have Taz on the show, we can start 10 minutes late and still finish 10 minutes early. So.
Well, it's a whole other opinion, isn't it? For all those topics, you and me can talk for about a minute and a half on each topic, and then Taz can come in and add 40 seconds as well. So
yes, you can. But before we go, big shout out to our sponsors, Coach Leaker and MTS Select. Check out their links in the description below if you haven't already. And make sure you have not yet. Make sure you like and subscribe and share our YouTube so we can pick this. We can give away this shirt finally.
Give this one and more backwards. I
mean, yeah. And make sure you tune in on Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. with me and Turtle having Day Delicious. We're talking all things Collingwood. And yeah, that's the wrap. And let's hope it's an electric round of footy this weekend.
Yeah, let's hope it's explosive this round. And
it is very explosive.
TNT, hey? Get behind Hawthorn and the TNT signs.
See you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hope it's an explosive round of footy. See you all.
Thank you.
What's up, footy fans? To help us celebrate and continue to grow for TNT in 2025, we're giving away a hand-signed St Kilda jersey autographed by all your favourite players. To honour your string through loyalty, the jersey will be given away to a random YouTube subscriber when we hit 600 subs. Make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, tag your AFL friends, especially those St Kilda supporters. We appreciate the love and the support for TNT and look forward to doing more giveaways in the future.